In this video, we are going to talk about top 15 terrifying things found by submarines and deep-sea divers. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. It's one thing to enjoy the ocean view, it's quite another to immerse yourself in it. Submarines and deep-sea divers have discovered some of the most horrifying scenes. Here are top 15 terrifying things found under deep sea. Number 15. Skeletons in cages. When an Arizona diver discovered what seemed to be the skeleton remains of two human beings. At a depth of 40 feet, he had no choice but to notify authorities. These two bodies were seated in lawn chairs, indicating that they recovered in silt analogy over the years. Fortunately, these were not real. The cops were able to decipher Bernie, which means dream. In the river artwork, which also included the date August 16, 2014. Nobody knows who put them there or why they were put there. Number 14. Lake Neuchatel Shark Statue. The Lake Neuchatel Shark Statue is one of the more incredible yet terrifying sights that have been found hidden underwater. It's a 5-meter shard that was made in 2007 as a prop for the short movie Shock-a-Lock and Legend of Shuttles. Switzerland. This statue would scare anyone at first glance. Divers who initially encountered it thought it was a huge shark. Not true. Unknown who put it there. It still hasn't been revealed who put it there. Number 13. Sea spiders. Ocean depths contain some of the world's most dangerous species. Submarines and divers discovered the sea spider. Sea spiders are a species of spider that may grow to be almost 3 feet long when submerged deep in Antarctica and all throughout the world's oceans. There are over 1,300 of these species dwelling on sea floors, feasting on worms and coral. And submarines have recently captured interactions with these terrifyingly large monsters. These spiders breathe through openings in their legs and can take in more oxygen as they grow larger. Think about a 20-inch long spider, and oh, God, that's terrifying. Number 12. The Antikythera Shipwreck. Similar to the famous Titanic film, a series of shipwrecks have been uncovered underwater. One such example is the shipwreck of Antikythera. The ruins of an emergent vehicle that sank 2,000 years ago lie about 15 meters underwater, right off the Greek island of Antarctica. It's one of the oldest and most popular shipwrecks discovered. And many awful things have been discovered in it throughout the years. One of the most recent was the discovery of a human skeleton buried in sand and pottery for 2 millennia by divers. Archaeologists were excited to explore these human bones for morbid reasons. A partially excavated skull with 3 teeth, arm bones and rib fragments, and a femur comprised the singleton. Number 11. Headless chicken monster. If you're easily scared, the headless chicken monster in the water can be scary. If you face the headless chicken monster, you may expect to see a chicken, but it's not. This pinkish-red creature resembles a plum bresson and a beheaded chicken. This was taken on video by submarines filming the strange creature. While they resemble sea cucumbers, the headless chicken monster's fins enable you to swim upward to avoid predators. As an adult, this never-before-seen creature grows to be 8 inches long, with colors ranging from dark reddish-brown to crimson. This critter was discovered in the Gulf of Mexico in 2017, and later 9,800 feet below sea level in the Southern Ocean in East Antarctica. Number 10. The Apollo 11 engines. Much of the world's oceans remain unexplored, holding shipwrecks, cities, strange formations, even spaceship remnants. We have the Apollo 11 spaceship and engines. Reusable rockets are being manufactured at a lower cost by modern industries. This, however, was not the case. In the past, they sent one of the most powerful rockets into orbit for the Apollo mission, but regrettably, this rocket ran out of fuel and plunged back to Earth, eventually sinking to the seafloor. Fortunately, in 2012, Jeff Bezos, a space exploration enthusiast and one of the world's richest men, mounted an exhibition. He claims that these rockets are significant pieces of history, and his team has attempted to excavate some of the wreckage of this rocket as well as reassemble 2 of the F-1 engines. The rotted portions were discovered 14,000 feet underground, making this an amazing venture. Number 9. Crop circles. These are found deep within the ocean. Many speculations have surfaced since the discovery that it could be the work of aliens. Divers off the coast of Japan discovered these crop circles in the sand on the sea floor. They were discovered at depths ranging from shallow to 426 feet deep. These crop circles are made up of a flawless circular, concentric design. And it was unknown how these crop circles got there and how long it would take before divers caught the culprit red-handed on tape. It wasn't aliens who created these crop circles, the patterns in the sand that we're now photographing in a lab, because scientists aren't sure if other species of marine fishes can create comparable designs. Marine researchers are wondering if other creatures can create crop circles after discovering them outside of Australia. Number 8. Giant jellyfish. When people see jellyfish on the beach, they frequently presume that these animals can grow to a specific length. Deep water divers forced us to eat because they captured a big 36-meter-long jellyfish on camera. This is a lion mane jellyfish, one of the largest jellyfish species on the planet. This organism is thought to be indigenous to the cooler waters of the Arctic, Atlantic, and North Pacific Oceans. The longest jellyfish was discovered by English researcher Alexander, who measured the body to be roughly 6 feet long and the tentacles to be 36 meters long. These massive jellyfish typically snag morsels of food and have been known to entangle divers. Number 7. Underwater river. Divers won't find anything exceptional in the water here. Nobody anticipated a river underwater. In Mexico, they discovered an underwater river. And this landscape is covered in sinkholes and ancient cave systems that have been flooded. We know these caves as the nose, meaning sacred well. They discovered this river near the bottom of a pit inside the Angelica cenote cave. The river looks as though it's flowing across, but in actuality it really isn't. This is because the cenote has several water sources with varying levels of salinity and density. This is actually similar to rivers that meet but never mix. So instead of mixing with other rivers, this water falls at the bottom, acting as an independent water source. Number 6. A human skull. For decades, divers have captured several cases of human remains in water. This one in particular was discovered in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico in 2007. Divers found the skull of a child with around age and artifacts. Over the years, divers moved these remains and studied them, and they discovered the skull belonged to a girl in her teens who may have been pregnant and had lived there for over 12,000 years. She had signs of malnutrition, and stress, and her death was said to result from falling into the pit. She's said to be one of the earliest humans who have lived in Mexico. Number 5. Bimini Road. 1968, a group of divers, while swimming in the water off the coast of a mini island, discovered a road about 18 feet deep in the Bahamas. This unusual signs drew their attention, and what started out as a bunch of rocks became an entry into a path. It was arranged in a half-a-mile-long stretch and sort of showed a lost civilization. Not only were they baffled, but this discovery also led to many questions about how these rocks got there. These research teams have also carried out investigations to understand what it really could be. While some are of the opinion that it could have been a natural occurrence of fallen rocks underwater, some believe it was placed under there by someone on purpose. Whatever the case is, it's really bizarre. Number 4. The Ghost Fleet of Truffle Lagoon. In the tropical area of Micronesia aligns a paradise stream with hundreds of World War II wreck. Shipwreck Lagoon was host to many of Japan's imperial fleet destroyed by hailstones. This led to hundreds of Japanese military machines and aircraft very deep in the lagoon. The bottom. The hailstones, which fell for 3 days, destroyed 32 Japanese merchant ships and 275 aircraft. It became one of the more popular World War II wreck sites, and in 1969, Jacques Cousteau with his team made a revealing documentary of the ghostly fleet. Number 3. Aeroplane wreck. This plane crash was deliberate. This is a Lockheed C-130 Hercules, a cargo-carrying plane. This one was accidentally sunken and became a reef. Back over in 2017, authorities created a new dive site sinking this aircraft. into the water to promote tourism in Jordan, becoming an artificial reef. And then became home to fishes and other marine life to inhabit, and whoever is sitting in the plane was no easy feat. It was placed at a depth of 984 feet off the shore and about 50 feet at maximum depth, in order to create a win situation for the environment and the economy. This artificial reef soon became a destination location for divers. Number 2. The Baltic Sea Anomaly. The mystery behind the Baltic Sea Anomaly has led to everybody pretty confused. Featuring a visibly distinct sonar image, this Baltic Sea Anomaly was taken by Peter Lindberg Dennis Aberg and their Swedish Ocean X diving team in June 2011. Peter Lindberg and his team, while they were treasure hunting on the floor of the northern Baltic Sea at the center of the Gulf of Bothnia, found this rather disturbing sight and honestly didn't know what to make of it. They said the image featured ramps, stairways, and other structures that weren't created by nature, and it's rare to the object could actually be a UFO. Number 1. The Caesarea sunken treasure. Finding treasure may not be a terrifying sight, it definitely is unexpected and a rare occurrence. February 2015, Shipwreck fare was diving off of an Israeli port on the Caesarea when he found what could be a life-changing discovery. He found a shiny gold coin and thought to grab it, and then pushing more into the sand he discovered even more coins. He reported to the authorities, who discovered that these coins probably fell off of cargo ship years ago. Over 2,000 coins have been discovered, and some were pure 24-karat gold that was thousands of years old. Remains is unusual is that the writings on these coins was still legible. What do you think about this video? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.